Well, meet my small sister who's constantly making my life hard whenever I'm recording videos, and recently she decided to draw on the walls, so ignore the dirty walls. Hello there and welcome to yet another video. I hope you all are doing well. So I came across this shirt which I fell in love with the color, and I was like, it was meant for greatness, okay? And so I decided to do justice to it, and this is what I transformed it into. I really like how this turned out. So yeah, if you'd like to know how I did this transformation, well, just keep watching. In case you're new to this channel, hi, I'm Sweeney. Okay, so for the first step, we're going to seam rip the pockets because we honestly don't need it, and just take your time and do it carefully because we do not want to have holes around that area. Once I was done seam ripping, this is what we had, and the next step is cutting off the sleeves. Note we're not cutting off the whole sleeve, so I just marked like 1 inch, and we're going to leave that space for our arm, and you're just going to cut the rest of the sleeve off, leaving that 1 inch space. And then we're just going to cut off the top bit because we honestly don't need it because of the style that we're going for. So I just drew a line across and cut it off. Next, you're going to cut off the bottom bit that has that curve because we don't need it unless that is the kind of style you're going for, but it was not what I was going for, so I just went ahead and cut off the bottom bit as well. After cutting the bottom bit, this shirt is obviously bigger. It's clearly not my size, and so I had to reduce it. So the next step was that I measured the length of my back, okay, and then I just turned the shirt and folded the back, ensuring that the sides are aligned. So I ensured that I folded my tape measure into half the length that I got because we are working with the fabric when it is already folded into equal parts. Once I was done measuring, I did the marking and I cut off the excess. Next, we're going to remove the buttons because we don't need it. We're going to cut off that whole area, but do not throw it away because we just don't need it for now, but we're going to need it later on. Once I was done cutting both the front and the back bit, this is what we had, and now we're going to do the sewing and put a shirt together. So I'm just going to sew along the back. Of course, we're not working with our backs open unless that's what you want. So I'm just going to sew along that line. The next thing I'm going to do is hem all the edges round, the top, the bottom, the sides, like literally anywhere. You're going to hem it so that it does not fray later on. Okay, so for the sleeves, you're going for a puffy sleeve. Okay, so just to have that puffy effect, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew down at least ½ an inch, and then to the side ½ an inch, and once you sew that, it's going to give you that puffy sleeve effect. And once I was done, now we're going to add on the elastic again, that's to give us the puffy sleeves. So when I was adding the elastic, I ensured to stretch the elastic along as I was sewing it, so that as I let it loose, it's just going to give us that ruching effect. Once I was done sewing the elastic, that's how the arms turned out, and I wanted to have a V-neck. So as you can see, I'm just angling it from my armpit going towards the chest, like it's just going to be obvious, you'll just see, and I'm going to sew along that line. Remember, we had cut off the buttonholes, and now we are going to put them back on. So ensure that you align the buttons to the buttonholes, and then you're going to sew that back on, and ensure that you cut off the excess once you're done sewing. And just like that, we went from boring to amazing. I like this. I also went ahead and added some darts to just give my top a little bit of shape and make it to fit me much better. I did not show you guys that part. So I'll just leave a link in the description box to a video that explains how to actually put a dart on your clothes to make them fit you much better. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you're not yet subscribed, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Like this video if you enjoyed. You can leave a comment. As usual, if anything was not clear, I'm going to answer you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.